Hello, my beauties. Dr. Caroline Carpenter here. And I got this notification today. All the pretty things, I know her, she's a good friend, says being into this stuff is a clear indicator that you listen to your own body and soul. I'm so into it. I just like the time and finances to get into fully. Totally get that. And oh my God, y'all, I just made sourdough and there's homemade frosting on my face. That is why I have shifted into helping women get paid for their brilliance. So much fun. Typically practitioners, because messaging and marketing is based on psychology, and psychology hasn't changed. And the same thing that will get you paid is the same thing that will get you healthy, which is wild. So the same thing that will block money is the same thing that will make you sick, which might sound crazy until you look at my Body First Blueprint. I have an entire bundle. There's two main pieces to it: the Body First bundle, or your Body First Blueprint, and the Soulful Systems or Strategy. And I call this my ultimate Body First bundle. And I've combined my 20,000 hours in front of bodies in a clinical setting, plus all of the sales training I've ever had, all of the psychology and neurolinguistics that I've applied over the years. Because interestingly, psychology is based on what drives human behavior. 95% of human behavior is not conscious. 95% of human behavior is deep in the limbic system, aka emotional and somatic. So what drives a behavior is what will create a customer and a client. So the 95% of us that controls our actions on a daily basis is also what controls our spending habits, which is wild, and is also what will control our health and vitality and relationships. So it's way more fun to make money than try to help someone heal their relationships or heal their health symptoms or have a better relationship with their body. Who cares? Like, there's so much of that out there. I'd rather just help women sell things that make a lot of money. Kind of like my client, Miss B, who she didn't take 6K. She collected 6K a couple days ago, got 20K in contracts as a yes. And she's on a roll, and it's all from applying the Body First Blueprint and the Soulful Strategy. She only got step 1 into the strategy. So basically, it's a lot more fun to make money, and money is measurable. So I pivoted into applying everything I know about unconscious buying patterns and what controls a human in their body with sales. And it's beautiful. Anyone who sells anything would benefit. So my soulful beauties, the Soulful Strategy and the Body First Blueprint is where it's at. Chef's kiss. And I wish I had done this sooner, but I probably needed that 20,000 hours in front of human bodies to cut through so much noise out there and to be able to connect health, happiness, relationships, and money together, and decide to choose money because the other categories have so much secondary gain. And the secondary gain piece, all that means is the benefit, is the pain of change is perceived as greater than the pain of staying the same. At some point, people decide, God, I need to make more money. I don't care what it takes. That's when the scales flip. But with relationships and your body safety and what's comfortable, your body will pull the trump card on change until it threatens safety, and money is directly correlated with safety in our psyche, in our 3D world, the way we live here in the West. So if you're motivated to make money, I'm going to help you fast. And if you're not, there's going to be some secondary gain involved more than likely. And yeah, it's just more fun to sell. And it's more fun to sell what you're good at. And surprisingly, that is what scares the shit out of brilliant women, is for it to be easy. Now, I call all my clients Miss and then the letter of their first name. So Miss B and Miss C. And I have another Miss C and a Miss E. I have a lot of them. The scariest thing they've ever done is gotten a super easy yes from their soulmate clients that was a high ticket offer. or sold multiple things over $1,000. And it's not hard, y'all. It's not hard. Buying strategies are always the same. There's going to be a desired result. There's going to be a belief of what said person needs. Let's say I'm a consumer. There are things that I naturally do. There are beliefs that I have. There are things that I've already done. I have a belief that there's a certain thing I need to get a certain result in my life. No one's going to convince me otherwise until life throws enough shit at me to change my mind. Where most people go wrong is trying to convince someone they need something that they don't think they need. This is that whole sell them what they want, give them what they need. Yes, and your perfect buyers believe they know what they need. They've already taken action, and it's much easier to help them turn the action they've already taken and the money they've already invested into something else along their belief lines. Trying to change someone's beliefs is the ultimate waste of energy. It will keep you pissed off. It will keep them irritated and feeling judged, and it will waste a lot of energy. So, a couple things. Your ideal buyers believe that there's something that they need to move forward. They have constraints or limitations, and they've already invested in something. They have invested time, energy, and money in something. People who have already bought are your best buyers. Habits don't change. There is a difference between buyers and non-buyers. The easiest thing to do is sell something small to differentiate between a buyer and a non-buyer. And convincing a non-buyer to buy is where direct sales gets a really terrible reputation. And direct sales is based off of the 3%, meaning there are 3% of people at any point ready to buy. Now, there is 37% of people looking to solve a problem, and they kind of have an idea of what the solution is, but they don't know what it is yet. 37% of people are looking for a solution, 3% are ready to buy, 60% are looking at a problem or are unaware. Where a lot of people go wrong is trying to focus on those people, and it's like talking to a brick wall. So just don't. And the best thing you can do is be yourself. And then say, hey, I have a thing. Are you interested? And then charge the money for it. And if it's a no, great, thanks. That's it. That's it. Love you all. I just created a full training on how I make the easiest offer that I make every day to my email list. They also get a lot of free goodies. They get a lot of cool stuff just by being in my world on my list. And they get first dibs at everything. And I'm also going to make a training on how I do social media, specifically Facebook. Instagram's a little different. Don't love Instagram, don't hate it, but it's just kind of like a dead weight to me. And then I have a different strategy for TikTok. But anyway, and then there's YouTube. So there's all kinds of different things. The point is, I only do what I would naturally do in my life. And I only share what happens in my life. I don't make anything up. And I do what I live and live what I do. So this was a really long video that started in one place and ended up in another. But y'all, money is really easy to count, which is why it is typically a goal, much like weight loss or weight gain. It is easy to quantify. Quantifiable things are easy to sell. Non-quantifiable things like improve your life, get a better relationship, feel better. Quantify that for me, please. You can't. Or you could try, but you can't count it. So the countable things are easier to measure and easier to sell. So I guess that's what I'd call the sales tip for the day. Love y'all.